really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point, man. You're right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
You wouldn't
I'm
be
already down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open,
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so imagine.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sept are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
We're back, baby. What's up? We are live for the PokerCoaching.com study stream. What's up, fam? We have a quiz request right away for the Raz quiz and number 788, sixes. Keep that in mind. PokerCoaching.com study stream. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in sixes chat for you to get a link to sign up for free. With that, you get big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, poker coaching quizzes, a bunch of them, and some webinars or some homeworks and stuff. If you sign up for premium, there's webinars every week. There's multiple. You get in front of these coaches one-on-one. Get better, talk to them, get questions. We got the Discord where Sixes is running study groups and making people geniuses. Sixes, tell them about the Discord.
What's up, Toe Army Sixes Mafia? What's up, guys? It feels good to be back. You guys ready? Let's fucking get better today. You guys already know the deal. Toe said it. Poker coaching in the chat. Exclamation point PC. Actually, get that fucking poker coaching in there if you're interested in participating in this first quiz. We're gonna pick you guys, so get that in right away. Poker coaching in my chat, poker coaching in Toe's chat. We'll give it a minute, but also I wanted to spoil a little something. We got a very sick guest coming this Friday in the Discord.
for our Ask Me Anything segment, we have Justin Saliba, WSOP bracelet winner, millions in winnings up at this point.
It's my boy, Blue.
That's my boy. He's out there crushing the game, and we're going to. You guys are going to be able to ask him anything. He's going to be able to just discussing his background, how he works, sees the game, and his upcoming. We know him very well. That's our boy. But being able to talk to him, that's going to be good. And that's going to be this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern in the Poker Coaching Discord. And then a week after that, we got the boss himself, the boss hog, JL, the 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is a Wednesday. We're going to have Uncle JL joining us in the Discord for a little evening, a little midnight, little later session. Ask Me Anything. So that'll be fun. We have to shill that kind of stuff. That's what we're paid to do. But
And it's got a ton of value for you. It's not a worthless show. Jesus
No,
Christ.
it's not. It's a
Jay
good-ass show.
motherfucking Saliba. This is Jonathan motherfucking Little, the big guys.
Yeah, guys who won millions in the game. So
Saliba's going to be super fun because, Sixes and I were with him from the start. He was in our study group when he was playing $7 tournaments, went on to be bracelet winner, playing high rollers. We love this guy. So it's going to be super fun.
Well, I mean, I probably lived with that guy for like 2 months' time between Vegas and Vegas trips. Poker coachings are in the chat. We got a few eligible in there. Get your asses in there. Come on, now.
What quiz you want to do, Sixes?
Didn't somebody ask for 1788?
Or 788. I think it's a troll, man. Raz quiz.
788?
Raz quiz. 788.
Hell,
You got him.
man.
You got him. Who was that? I think that was Monkey May I. You got him.
Fucking G-baited. Completely and utterly G-baited. Thank you, sir. Well done.
Tina, I'm glad to see things are working out for you, Tina.
So I got bad news for you. I have to let you know something.
He's out of the game, guys. This is the retirement speech.
This is it. Yeah, I'm gonna need a loan, sir.
That last $5 giveaway was the end.
Actually, it's getting close on.
He had to get on ACR. He had to get an ACR yesterday and do 2 weeks worth of giveaways, and he's out. He's broke.
I'm like $10 on ACR. No, I've been doing some of the good quizzes. I apologize.
Oh, this motherfucker.
And I couldn't go back and do the.
Just remember who's the true friend here. Every time he's gone, we go back years in the quizzes.
I'm just admitting it. Okay, I have a problem. I can't do that shit. That's my problem. Sorry.
He left us.
All right.
He left us in the dust.
All right, I'm ready to roll it. Shit, everybody who's here.
Oh, pick a quiz first.
LaRock. And Stu, fuck it. Let's do one of these top ones.
I don't know which top ones are good. You're the one getting crazy.
No, I went down to the middle.
Like, we have to do a Sasinato for 551K.
No, hell no. I ain't put us that far behind. Crazy.
What about 1760?
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, we'll do a hard one.
All right, cool.
All right, draw a winner.
Drawing it.
Sir Cali in the house. Good luck, buddy.
B Money.
Oh, you took one of my guys, you fucker.
No, those guys just felt bad for me and came over here.
I have an in. All these guys are part of the Toe Army, so I can just get them to throw quizzes. I just go. He throws the game.
Well done. That's funny as hell.
All right, guys. Good luck, B Money. Good luck, Mike. Good luck, Sir Cali. Let's do this.
Yep.
Action folds to the small blind, 60 bigs deep. The small blind's going to 3.5 exit. In the big blind, what percentage of hands should we be 3-betting versus a small blind open to 3.5x?
Oh, sorry. There we go. Sheesh.
This is tougher.
This is tough. What percentage of hands at 60 are you 3-betting?
Yeah.
I mean, I can visualize it. I was looking at
I can visualize it too. I'm trying to put a percentage on it.
Yeah, it's hard to. You can visualize it and you can see it and say it, but then even like having the percentage base to know is kind of tough.
Yeah.
You know. Come on, Cletus, put them in chat.
9 or 12 says Teddy. G-Man Meatball says 11.3983455%. Bucks just rounded up to 12.
Yeah, how many hands are there total? Again, oh, B Money will say 12%.
Sir Cali coming at 15.
I mean, yeah, you got to start visualizing your 3-bet range here.
Skater Dice says 18%. A lot of 18s. Some 12s. Decent amount of 15s.
18's getting active.
Skater decides, I'm going with 18 or I'll quit poker. Uh-oh. It's putting it all on the line. It's going to join sixes in the in the unemployment line.
The unemployment.
Yeah, because you lost all your poker money in giveaways. We just went over this.
Yeah, I just gave it away. One giveaway at a time.
Yep.
9%. Okay, we're seeing B Money's at 12.
Cali's at 15.
We're still at just guessing. If you, I mean, without you.
I know
guess.
it's somewhere between 12 or 15. 18 feels a little bit high. Wouldn't surprise me. If I had to guess, I would have said 15.
Yeah, I'm like at 12. I'm thinking like 12. We get to just.
I do know that it's
like,
super polar, right? It's just the arrow on the chart.
Well, are you gonna mix 3-bet bluffs with like your Jack 9, your 9-10 suited and that stuff? Are you still gonna keep that region?
Those
in
are,
there?
I think, blind versus blind at 60. Those are slivers,
Yeah.
and like the big chunks are. It's really the arrow is the big chunks.
Yep. Let's see, because he's going to show us the range. I mean, he generally does. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and go with 12. I'm going to be money. Kind of feel like it's going to be in there. 18 feels loose as hell, but it'd be a nasty-ass strategy.
Really quick, Ian Sheriffs, thank you for the 45 months of tier 2, my man. Thank you, buddy. All right, good.
All right, let's do it. 12.
15.
So we're 3-betting about
I'm with you,
12% of
Yeah,
the time
it's
versus
good.
a small blind open here. And notice how
No,
polar
not even the
this
slivers
strategy
in the
is.
show, yeah.
Our 3-bets are coming from 10s plus.
The arrow.
suited
There's the
plus.
arrow.
And then our bluffs are absolute trash hands. 10-6 off, Jack-5 off, Queen-4 off, King-Deuce off. This same type of concept can be seen when small blind limps. The big blind also has a very polar strategy, opening the worst of hands and the best of hands. This is much different, let's say, than cutoff versus button 3-bet ranges. So definitely something to note here.
Sneeze.
Next question is, what sizing should we use for this 3-bet when we do so?
Oh, thought I was going to sneeze. What sizing should the BB use for a 3-bet? Why am I getting these stupid?
Yeah, these are tough Skater Die when you're thinking in percentages, right? Says he doesn't even know what 18% looks like. It's, I mean, if you're trying to visualize 12% versus visualize 18% is hard. You know, it's not a big giant gap. You know.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, it's definitely gonna take some experience getting used to.
And there's lots of times where Sixes and I in these scenarios, like, we don't know the percentage per se, but we can picture the graph and then we kind of guesstimate the percentage because we can see the graph in our heads. You know what I mean? We have a good idea.
Well, we're gonna be within 3 to 5%. We're not gonna be like too far off.
No. What size should our 3-bet be? I see 3.5 for Ian, 4 for Skater Die. Changes his mind. 3.5. 3.5 for Doris. Lots of 3s, lots of 3.5s.
B Money with the 3. 3. I thought that was Affleck. Can Romero be a bit louder, or am I old? I'm sorry. If it's, I'll cut it up. Let me try something. But yeah, I'll try. I'll cut it up for you, buddy. Let me try that. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go 3x for us. What do you guys?
Sir Kelly says 3x.
both players going 3x. Yeah, I mean, it has to be 3 to 3.5. We are in position. So I don't think we need to use 4x. I think that size is going to be more utilized for out of position. We already have a
Or if you're
pretty-
at super deep, right? That one too.
yeah, or we're super deep. I mean, maybe
Here we're
I
not.
mean,
Here we're not super deep. We're just normal deep.
I mean, maybe the solver would like 3.25 or something like that. I mean, it feels like I'm like hedging right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, I think 3. I think 3 is going to be fine. 3.5 is probably going to be fine as well.
I tend to size up a little bit. Not 4.
4.
3.5.
3.5 just bang. Okay. Yeah, 2.5 feels just like
Too
are we
small.
really too? Yeah, it's too small for me. Like 3.
2.5 is better if you're on like 20 bigs and you need to get a 3-bet in and conserve your stack a little bit. That's when 2.5 is better.
I mean, or yeah, you're trying to like induce or something like that, and your range is already fairly narrow for a 3-bet. Okay, we're gonna go 3 here. Let's see what Romero says.
3
Maybe
as
he
well.
just says bomb that bitch to 4. So let's see.
What up, machine gun?
So we're using a
Bang, bang.
3x sizing here.
That's
If we were
good.
out of position, we would use 4x. Since we're in position, we do not have to go as large. Ace-Jack suited, pure 3-bet. Small blind calls, we are 50 bigs effective. Should small blind have a leading range here on the flop?
What?
The fact that he's even asked you has you a little shook. Like,
Yeah, like weird question.
maybe. Shit! It's so easy to just say no, but the fact that he proposes it,
Yeah, it
has
makes me like
shook.
he's fucking with my emotions. What's happening?
And then I'm thinking about his continuing range versus a 3-bet in this configuration.
And then he leads? The fuck?
My default answer is no, however, I've seen this weird spot where they do. D-Money says, range bet him like a bitch.
Pete says 5 to 7% leading range. Does that count? Does that count as like a no leading range? I would say 5 to 7% is pretty much a no leading range if I heard those numbers and saw they were correct. I'm not giving any spoilers. Ian, it's not a question of whether it's a check or not. Is the question is should the small blind ever have a donk lead after getting 3-bet and this flop coming down?
I mean, it could be a trick question like, we're actually small blind supposed to be leading 4% of the range of the time here.
There
So
you
it's
go.
a small ass number, right? Or if it's 100% check, you feel like an idiot. So it's weird question.
Yeah.
Like ever? Is it,
Ever?
you know,
Like ever?
zero? Is it 100%? Or if you're asking if it's even like 1 or 2?
Like if the solver says 1%, is that still
yeah, like
a zero
the
leading
answer
range?
is
In my
yes.
opinion, the answer is no, but even if it's 1%.
All right. So B Money, I believe you're just going no.
Callie says no as well. I mean, I'm going to give it the asterisk in my opinion. I'm going to say no. However, it's probably 1 to 5%, but still no.
I mean, if we think about their continuing range, maybe they would have, you know, a spot where the small blind does have a continuing range in these kind of spots. It's just like the king high boards and the solver.
They just donk lead?
Yes. I mean, I could pull up a spot right now, easy, on King X in the small blind, where small blind has leads.
If we change
And
this
I'm
flop,
100%, like, it would be 40% of the time. I can guarantee you.
if we change this board to
I mean, I
King
played
of
with the solver
Hearts,
too much. I don't know about King 10. I mean, there's going to be some 40% leads on some of these boards. Recreate the spot, give it a King High board, and pay the man the money. All right. We're going to go no. But
I like
think
how he
it's gonna
said
be-
that, dropped the mic, and just kept talking. Like there was no argument. It was just
No,
over.
There's not. Man. I've seen it too much, bro. Just trust me. You're my boy. Pull it up, too. Let's do it.
Oh, I got a sec. Cool. No, well, we got no's. Let's go.
So this is small blind's
Yes.
strategy on this flop. Given the
Trick
nature of
your
big
ass,
blind's
sea
polarized
basses.
3-betting strategy and very wide range, this flop is actually
King
very
High
good
boards.
for the small blind player.
Huh.
His equity is 52%. His EV is about the same as big blind. He's going to be pushing a very high frequency, small sized bet here on the flop. Obviously, it's going to be mostly value and some bluffs, but almost half of his range, 65% of his range, is betting in between 10% and 25% pot here. Small blind does decide to check. Big blind has ace jack and checks it back, which is going to be a high frequency play. Deuce of clubs on the turn. Small blind has 5-4 of diamonds. What should he do?
So this is interesting because this is Odin, is the solver that Romero is using here. And GTO Wizard had a much different output. It was a 5% lead. And Odin had a lot of leads.
The EV difference is going to be much different, you know what I'm saying, in some of these spots. I mean, we were talking about this with, I was talking about this with Eugene yesterday, in the way some of these compute the EV. I don't know, it's weird. This has a little bit lead. Yeah, I was running it here. It has like 5%. So it's not like, the answer is no, because it's not 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not
but on the Odin, it had like 25% leads.
different solvers.
Yeah, weird.
The way, yeah, I mean, the way they construct the EVs in these spots. What solvers? Solvers aren't done massive AI or mine. Nah, they just run and compute to different accuracies, and then some of the ranges can be slightly different that they give each opponent as well for each stack depth, given different bet sizes, different amounts in the pot. It's just a lot of different intricacies. So the small blind didn't lead.
Didn't lead. It went check, but the small blind has 4-5 of spades. And should they bet the turn when the flop gets capped? Yes or no?
From the small blind, what should you do? It goes check on the flop.
Beat says he thinks the difference between Odin and GTO Wizard is that Odin has a bunch of very small 10 to 20% leads, and GTO Wizard doesn't have any of the tiny leads. It starts at 25%, which makes the ranges more narrow. Tina on the island betting 33%. Check for Doris.
B Money's going with 80%. Gonna be
Callie checking. The question is whether or not the small blind should bet when it goes check on the flop. They've got 4-5 of spades.
Interesting spots.
Pucks bets 33%. Check for Teddy Grams. Ian says 33%.
33%. I think he said 4 or 5. He said 4 or 5 of spades, didn't he?
4 or 5 of spades.
4 or 5 of spades is what you have here.
Should you bet when they cap flop?
Dude, he said 4 or 5 of spades. 80%. All right, cool.
Skidder says, I don't know, does Beckman have a strong check back range here a lot of the time? I would bet here 50%. Contrast 50%. Skidder died.
Diamonds. It is 4 or 5 of
80.
diamonds, Toe.
Oh, it's 4 or 5 of diamonds?
Yep.
Not spades.
Yep. Sorry about that.
That's
Sorry
my
about
bad.
that, guys. My bad. We both heard spades. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
You want to change your ear to be money? You still at 80? My bad, man.
Yeah, 4 or 5 of diamonds. Sorry. Callie, you can change your answer too. Sorry.
Yep, 80. All right, cool. He's going 80.
Callie said check.
80 ball. All right, Toe, 80.
Oh, 4 or 5 of diamonds. I don't think that hand has any fucking showdown. I do think the villain is relatively capped to the flop, especially in real life, not in sovereign land. Most people are going to bet their queens, and I think they would even see bet this in the 3-bet pot a lot. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely probably bet. I think I'd be at 50%.
80. Let's do it. 80 ball for sure, right? I mean,
Because I'm gonna double barrel.
feels like
I mean, in real life, I'd probably be something like 60%. So, but still, I mean, closer to 50 than 80.
yeah, I might pot the shit at this like that, but let's take 80.
Cali, check it. Let's do it.
80.
So small blind and
I
big
might
blind
have
have
potted it.
about the same equity and EV on this turn card given flop action, which was check check. On the turn here, small blind is going to bet half pot almost purely with all of his queen X,
That pot's good too.
and use a smaller sizing for 10x and mix bet and check with 6x, mostly checking 6x. 5-4 suited here is a great candidate for a bet. It has such little value, such small showdown value. It does have a little bit of equity when called. If it gets shoved on, it's not a big deal, and it obviously can't be calling a check bet. It can't be calling a bet from the big blind action checks. So 5-4 suited is your prime bluffing candidate here. We can use the sizing anywhere from 10 to 50% pot, depending what range you're going to be matching it with. Small blind in this example goes about 75% pot. Ace jack suited has a clear call. River 9 of hearts. What should small blind do?
Oh, 9 of hearts kind of a bad card. The 50% bet wasn't bad. He gave it 6 points on the solver. It mixes pretty nicely. So definitely medium large is the key here.
And
Tina, don't worry about getting these wrong. These are really hard and different ways of thinking. Especially if you're new to like a lot of the solver work.
well, here we are.
5-3 and 5-4 are definitely the best bluffs. Here it is in the solver if you want to see the Chill Wizard. Because they have no showdown value. We don't care if we get check raised off of them. And our player is pretty capped. So these are like two of our best bluffing combos. And they'll never win if it goes check. And if it checks and they bet, we can't call. So all good reasons to.
Wait a minute, are you giving it away?
No, I'm talking about the turn.
Oh. Because everything you just were saying there, I mean, sounded kind of like you were talking about this.
Now you gave it away.
No, I didn't. Because it's a 9 of hearts. You know they got there. You don't block anything. They have King Jack and called you. And you're dead. Now what? B money shoves. All you can eat. That's it? Just
Meatball shove, Tina shove, Teddy Graham shove, Puck shoving, Sir Cali shoving.
Hooks. Is anybody checking? How many checks you got over there?
Well, 1.
Maybe that one is the winner. We'll see. Let's go ahead and shove it.
What are you doing?
GG. I mean, most times GG.
That's funny because the one person checking was me.
It feels bad, doesn't it? This feels like
9's like the worst card to bluff, I think. I'd be jamming here with like all blanks.
So yeah, it's like that's where I'm stuck too. It's like the ace. If like, you can't be jamming the entire deck on the river, right?
Right.
So
And
what
this is one of
cards
the
are
worst
gonna
cards.
ace king,
9.
jack, 9. All and then everything else was like a clear, and then spades, right?
Spades, yeah.
Spades would be pretty bad, but we're unblocking spades and we're so low down
Yeah.
that's what leads me to like this being a 50-50 and like probably just fucking still jamming it, unblocking spades. Like, does he even check back even spade combos?
Yeah, spades I think are more likely a
Probably
bluff
like to
than
see
this
bet,
card.
like, or is he c betting his entire spade range in a big blind there? You know, in the back seat. So does he even show up with spade combos? So this is, I don't know. Like, I don't know if like spade draws are really that difficult in real life. I think most people just bet most of their spade draws here. He's not 3-betting King Jack. Was King Jack in his range there? That's another good point. Jack 8. That a hand feel like Jack 8 probably rips. as well. So yeah, give me
Big
out.
blind is checking a small percentage of spades on the flop. Just say.
Smallest percentage. Yeah, yeah. Some of like 8-5 of spades if you were raising something
Those
like
are
that.
the
or
ones.
Two
Yep.
fours.
Yep.
Yep. The
You
two
nailed it.
unders, right?
Yep.
To the 10 are the only spade draws he's gonna have.
You nailed it. Yep.
So get me out, Big Turd. What up, Big Turd? My dude. All right. B money shoving. This is very interesting. I want to see what he thinks about this range. I tend to be at the bottom and just say I can't win. Follow through. I'm still gonna have some very strong hands in my range that I decided to check. Here from out of position. So yep.
Yeah, I'd be jamming a ton, just not this card. Let's find out.
Yep.
The
10
nine
points.
cards here is a great card
Bang,
in
bang.
the small blinds range.
Give me that.
Not only do a lot of draws complete, but a lot of bluffs the small blind was using on the turn have now picked up a pair and don't need to bluff. Hands like Jack 9, King 9, 8, 9 all pick up a pair.
So he's still attacking the
This
bottom
is
pairs in his
just a
range.
fantastic card
Romero.
in small blinds range. Even hands like shreds of Jack 9 suited are shoved here, and that's just because it's going to be hard to come up with an adequate number of bluffs for the small blind to have here, given the action and his pre-flop range. 5-4 suited is a slam dunk shove. 5 high, no showdown value. And you'll notice here that once small blind does shove, the big blind can't even defend at
Damn!
an MDF call frequency on the river. The big blind's gonna be folding 48% of the time to
Has to have.
about a 60% pot size bet, which is an overfold. And he's forced to do this because that card was so good. On the, let's say, 3 of diamonds river, you would see a much wider defend. So the small blind needs to recognize how good of a card this river is and basically have a very high frequency bet, not only with bluffs but with value. We can expect big blind to be checking back on this river quite a bit. So small
Yes.
blind does shove with 5
True.
high, and ace jack is forced to fold.
Good hand. I'm looking at the solver. It's shoving like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we think it's a bad card, but
It's literally
also-
like only checking back 9s that hit a pair on the river. Like that's literally the only check.
it's just going crazy. Just the thing is, you start thinking about it. He's just so fucking capped when he
Yeah.
just checks
Just follow-
back the
just
flop
follow
on,
through
the,
every time.
on paint boards when he just decides to check here. He's capped as fuck, and we called a 3-bet. You know,
Yeah.
so our range is still very strong. He's just dead.
Yeah.
He would be betting all his overpair queen X, all of his draws, all those type of hands for value and protection, mixing some slivers to balance. But
Yeah, I overthought the river.
yep, sickness. Well, well done. I thought we switched it.
Did you switch it? That was a
Yeah.
tough quiz. Did B-Money switch it?
No, we didn't. No, we got a 3 on the flop, but we got a 43.
Killed it. We got 37. Tough one, Kelly. These are tough.
B Money shows up to that Q&A every Thursday. Be looking at that solver. I see you, my dude. That solver work is paying off. Good job. Well done. That was good.
Tough quiz.
Shit. Those Romero quizzes be hitting. Those are the new Faraz ones. We have to do
Yeah,
those first.
I like
every
these
now.
ones better than the Faraz ones, to be honest.
Ooh, yeah. I know, because we do a lot of solver stuff. So
They're just harder, they're different, they're fun, they're interesting. Yeah, they're totally different.
Yep.
I like 'em.
You're back. So you want to pick a new keyword?
Damn, he put me on the spot, man.
Mm-hmm.
New keyword is blank.
Damn, he really just griefed it. Blank it is. Keyword is blank.
Get in there, guys.
Meta.
Should
The
we-
medic. Let's go. All
we
right,
pick another
they're
quiz?
getting in there. Yeah, we can do that. It was crazy. I just like hit the quiz button and I instantly have all the quizzes in front of me on my old computer. I would just like take like 20 seconds.
It's the future, man.
My God.
Let's see. We have from 1752 plus open and then a large gap here in the middle. I didn't do all the remote. We can do 1747. Bellagio. Let me see if there's any other Bellagios between then we missed. All right, yeah, we'll keep on that Bellagio because we did a few of those last week.
Cool.
Cool. So 1747, give you guys a moment to get in there. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you guys. Pucks comes over and gets in this one. I feel you. What's up, my dude? Hope life is treating you well.
Netscape, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
All right, we run those. You ready?
I'm ready.
LaRock. LaRock's winning it. I'm calling it. Bang. Stu.
Almost
You ready,
the same
my
person.
dude?
Contrast, the winner on our side.
All right, cool. Let's get it. So yeah, 1747. Good luck, Stu.
Let's do it.
Good work. Let's do it.
Miss Click, what's up? How you doing?
All right, in this hand, we're on day 2 of the Bellagio's $10,000 5-diamond WPT.
Whoops.
Folds to the hijack, who's a high roller regular. They min raise. We're in the big blind with Jack 8 offsuit. Do we fold, call, or re-raise to 20,000?
Jack 8-0, big blind defend or no?
I know this shit is low, man. Everyone in the match quit. Can't hear anything? Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'll max it out next time. This is basic. He didn't say anything of note. I'll turn it up next time.
Defend or no is the question here.
God, his quizzes are so shit low.
Yeah, it's his last match. He didn't have that problem before.
All right. Here to mark this volume. Stu is calling. Anybody? Big Turd's folding.
Everybody calling.
Yep. It's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, he already went, right? Or they already
Everybody calling.
Yep. We got one fold and it's Big Turd. We're not folding this. Nope. We're defending Jack 8 to a hijack open with this hand. 100%, I would say.
Yeah, most
Every
of our
bottom of
offsuit
range. I don't even know if this is the bottom of our Jack X range versus hijack.
It's close.
I mean, yeah, we're calling Jack 7. Now I have to see.
Uh-oh.
We're not calling Jack. Dude, it's... How many bigs are... Well, I don't want to cheat. Let's just go ahead and look at this.
We said call. Everyone call.
Matt's
Let's go.
probably going to know. Let's call.
I'll look it up on the side.
I think we have a clear call here. We had like Jack 7 off. It's close, and then I would for sure fold Jack 6. I think people kind of...
There you go. You don't have to look it up. Thank you, Affleck.
Especially being a min raise, I think it's just pure call. Need a stronger hand than this to consider a 3-bet bluff. Bluff comes queen 9-7. Check. And our opponent bets 3,000. Should we fold, call, raise to 9,000, or raise to 15,000?
Gut shot and a dream. What's the play?
Was the volume better? Was the volume better there, guys?
Man, it's just low in general.
I know, but I'm trying to... I fucking, like, turn it way up when he's talking and shit. Mute my mic. Thank you.
I don't believe this is any ICM pressure here.
There we
Fold
go.
next quiz, says PJ.
Somebody said fold next quiz. Okay. Raise to 9K. Now in trouble.
What are the lowest cards to squeeze with here?
Fold
In the
now.
big blind, you're going to squeeze less from the big blind in general because it's so cost effective to just call. So if you want to know what the squeeze blind on the flop looks like, this is it. Pretty... Oops. Fuck. Pretty... Get over there. Pretty narrow.
Stu is just going to flick in this spot with the gutty.
Fuck, now I got my shit all fucked up. There we go. I got the check, PJ. I got the check. Raising this one. Says Miss Click. Contrast raising as well. Green Thaler raising. A lot of people getting nasty out there.
A lot of check raises, huh? And a high versus a high roller reg. All right. Bellagio 10K today. That's like Darren Elias or somebody right there, like doing this. Yeah, go ahead, fucking just check raise them. So easy. Fucking Fox in there. High roller reg. Yep. Easy check raise. Jack 8. Maybe check raise versus a later position. Can you please pull up the screen? Oh, piss.
Tina's like, why raise? Marlin raising.
Sorry, guys. I'm griefing it. There's the sizes. My bad.
Kep says, knitting it up. He's folding. Ruh-roh.
So I'm seeing a couple folds.
They bet a bit on the larger side, Kep. This is like quarter pot.
All right, there we go.
Did you click it?
No, I didn't click anything. I was just waiting. So
Are you folding? We can't fold a gut shot for a quarter pot.
Never, ever allowed to fold this. This is
Can't raise it either.
Literally a 0% fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot be folding this. I'm wondering if 15K is definitely griefing it, punting. 9K, maybe, but calling. Certainly we can call here. There's going to be a lot of turns. I don't expect him to be able to just bomb a ton of turns here. We're going to pick up equity. I think we need the over or more equity. We want to check raise a little bit more polar. I feel like this gut shot might just be a call. How you feeling?
Snap call, never raising.
You cannot fold this.
Yeah, never raising.
All right, cool. We're going to call though. You ready?
Yep. Fuck.
Yeah.
What did contrast do? I griefed it. 15 for contrast.
I think we mostly just have a pure call here. I think folding is out of the question. In general, we almost never fold like these straight draws on the flop. Very rarely.
Give me a couple seconds to catch up to you, sixes when you're done.
Where we have so much interaction. But here we're just gonna have a call here. This hand can raise sometimes, but mostly we want to call like maybe like a 25-30% raise, and we chuck this in there. The problem with raising with this hand is when we do make the straight, sometimes we're gonna run into king jack. So we'd much rather check raise like a king 10 or king jack hand that's gonna make the nuts versus this one that's gonna make the second nuts. So just calling here mostly, but if you're gonna raise, it's probably gonna be a big raise to like 15,000. There's a lot of interaction on this board, so we want to size up, make it 15K here if we're gonna raise, but mostly call.
All right, we're caught up, Tom.
We do call.
Give
Jack
me a
of
sec.
hearts on
I'm
the
right
turn.
behind you.
We check, and our opponent bets 14 into 17. Do we fold, call, raise to 40,000, or raise to 62,000?
All right, we pick up some equity, face another bet. What do we do? What do we do? Why never raising here? Never raising here because our villain is uncapped. Hits this board a decent amount. We don't want to blow the pot out of position with so little equity.
Wait a minute, this hand isn't. We haven't even went yet.
I'm talking about the flop.
No, he said raising 30% of the time was good to 15K. You realize he said he liked raising 30% of the time. And
it's not 30%. It's 30% of the time. It's raising as a whole. I'm looking at the solver. It is raising.
What he said.
It is raising 30% of the time, but it's a 10% mix across all bet sizes.
Yeah, I like that. But he said he would use the big size mostly, I believe. Yep, but very good. So I was like creeped out by the 15K bet, and when he said it's like, sheesh.
I mean, it's still like 10% of the time you're going 15K.
I don't lie. I mean,
like pretty small, pretty damn small.
Feels so good when they just fold. All right, now what? Stu just flicks it in. LaRock folds. I think this is a fold since none of our outs are clean. B money's out of there.
Third pot is a preferred bet size on the flop, Cap.
King 10, good. Man. Suited.
Fold for Felicia's birthday.
Fold,
Raising on the flop isn't awful. I mean, I'm not going to say it's awful, but it's not the greatest. It's 70% check and then 30% betting, but that's 10% across all bet sizes. So 10% small, 10% medium raise, 10% big. So pretty much check. If you happen to check raise it once in a while, it's not a big deal. But if you're check raising it more than every so often, it's too much.
Yeah, if he hits a 10, ace king is good. Everybody's shook. This is a tough hand.
It's tough when he bets
Stu
pot
says.
ish.
Yep. So, did your guy go yet?
I don't know. I was talking about fucking other shit. Sometimes match.
So that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
I don't think to get second pair though. Should have folded
was-
pre.
Contrast is calling.
All right. So is Stu.
Let
So
me make sure I got it. Yeah. Fuck. This is like the worst. Where like I don't really want to call. I don't really see how I can fold. so that's where I'm at.
yeah.
I hate calling. I don't know that I can fold.
I've seen you click the fold button here.
I mean, I can't say that I've never folded, but I don't hate fold.
So,
But I would call here a good chunk. I would call here more than I would fold, but I would fold sometimes.
pay the man, right? Just pay.
It sucks. You can't fold.
Hey, yeah, I mean, God, if we think about it, yeah, just pay the man. We pick up equity. We got to call 14. We could be just dead, but at the same time, he's a good high roller reg that's going to find double barrels here, even with his under pair and ace high on this card to fold out our 9x and 7x. I'm never folding to a high roller reg to get ran over here. Fucking pay this man.
Miss Cook says you have to call here.
Should be betting his under pair and his ace high and double barreling a lot of different shit as well. So yeah, fuck it. Pay.
Miss Cook can just say the same thing. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it
Pay
sucks.
this man.
If you guys want to see the solver, it's 100. It's actually mixing some fold, but it's
Yep.
mostly
Yeah.
it's mostly called. So we're right on track.
Wait a minute. Did you already go?
I didn't click it.
All right. Let's go ahead and call. Let's do it.
Yep, I think contrast is calling too.
Close spot here on the turn, but we're going to mostly call. I don't think folding is out of the question here, and I think folding is like a reasonable option. Looking at the solver, this hand actually like mixes folds at like a decent clip, like 20 or 30% of the time. We have a lot of interaction on this board. Again, when we make a straight, like yeah, we can improve, but a lot of the bluffs from the hijack are going to come from the king high hands. So a 10 is not necessarily a clean out because of that. So I think we still want to mostly call here. We have a pretty strong hand. We beat all the bluffs, but we are bluff catching here. And we don't have a ton of ways to improve here. But we do have a gutter. Like, we would never fold king jack or jack 10. But the jack 8's getting slightly close. And we would just fold hands like, we can't really have a worse jack because we would fold them on the flop. But yeah, just being kind of careful that we don't make the second nuts here, but mostly call. And I think raising's kind of out of the question here with this particular hand. We want to really block the king 10, pocket kings, ace queen type of hands. So we call. The river's the 8 of clubs. Should we check? Bet 9,000, bet 18,000, or bet 30,000?
Good card, bad card. Who knows?
Do we want to block, check, or what? The 4-liner gets there. Everybody's thinking, damn, I should have folded this dog shit pre-flop. Now I'm in this tough spot. But no, Peanut Breath. We got to do this. We can do this. We can win this pot.
Did you just call someone? Did you just call someone peanut bread?
Yes. This Aflac use blockers.
Huff and the Hopium is my current favorite.
I don't even know. I just was talking.
It's fantastic.
I don't even know I said that.
It's phenomenal. It's one of your best. Check for Meatball. Terrible cards to misclick.
All win.
Tina says bet
Not even
9K,
a
but would bet
thing.
12 for realsies.
All in would be like 3x pot, and you get smacked by the nuts.
Big Six says check. There's a few 9Ks out there. Doris 9K, PJ 9K, contract checking, Sir Callie 9K.
Stu, what are you doing? This is a global run out. This may be a lead. It's been introduced, and now people are thinking about it.
Oh, you're in their heads, man. You're in their heads.
Uh-huh.
I did find a few of these leads in actually studying earlier this week with Team Toe. There were some of these cool spots here where there was some river leads, river blocker dog leads.
9 for Stu.
Lots of 9s in my chat and a handful of checks.
Blocker, you bitch up. Cool. So we're going 9 here from Stu.
We're checking. I'm checking.
This is where, I mean, do you have a perfect score right now?
No, 10, 7, 10.
Okay, we have all 10. So we're going to go with the 9 here.
He knew he was losing points here. He just wanted to see how bad it was.
I'm not saying... I'm glad he went with 9 because if it is doing it, it's probably a small frequency, so he might get an 8. Or maybe he thinks it's reasonable in a 9. It feels like, I mean, are we just like...
I mean, why does... Marlon says he never has it here. Why does he never have it here? He went bet, bet, bet. Why doesn't he ever never have it? He definitely has it sometimes. I looked at the solver just now. It looks like the only ones that have these cool leads here, and it's very small blocker bet, 10% blocker, is sets, 7s, 9s, and then even 10s so that they can't check back 2 pair.
I mean, I guess it could be appropriate
Pair of 10s.
occasionally to use this 9. Like, I don't think it's like horrible. Like, I would just mostly just check. It feels like it's gonna be hard to get called. It feels like this is just too weak on even for a bottom 2. We don't even get called by a worst 2 pair ever or anything. So maybe I want to like use that, like you said, with like a set or something like that, right? You get called by Queen Jack Ace King.
Did you change to call on the flop contrast? Did I miss it? I may have missed the contrast. So then that puts you at a swish too.
All right. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I trust him. Contrast is good peaks.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and hit 9 and see what that flag thinks. You ready?
Yep.
See, it's going to be close. You knew it was going to be.
I think we just want a pure check here.
Yeah.
Our opponent is going to check back a lot of 1 pair hands on the turn, so this isn't a normal situation here where we want to lead because I don't think, like, Ace-Queen should want to check back a decent amount on this turn card, and then King-Queen will check back some, but mostly bet. So a lot of their range is going to be, like, 2 pair plus, which we're losing to, like, Queen-9, Queen-7 suited, we're losing to straights. And I think this hand just kind of performs better as a bluff catcher against their King X hands. A lot of the bluffs for the hijacker are going to have like a 10 or a king, and it's kind of hard to get called by worse when they barrel big twice on flop and turn. So I think checking is the best option. If we are going to lead here, it has to be a really small bet, something like 9,000, but mostly check, which we do, and checks behind, and we win the hand.
We switched it.
Yeah, I actually called it at the very end. I told you precisely what was going to happen. It's going to be reasonable for like an 8 or 9, like at some frequency, but you just got to check this spot with the hand this week. And then when you do want to lead, you want to be able to get called by like worst 2 pair use sets and things like that.
Yeah, you even have like one of the shittiest 2 pairs. So like, that's why leading is bad too. You can't get called by worst 2 pair.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's just never, yeah, we're not blocking this. So we're going to have better hands in this range to be able to do that with. So, damn, at the end, we got a 38. That was a very good job in contrast. Very well done.
You.
Congrats. Even though it should be 37-38, but he changed his answer.
Leveling.
You know, hey, yeah. Well done.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh shit, that's good. Well done. Let's go ahead and pick another one. That was a fun quiz.
That was a fun quiz.
Go back to quizzes. Go here. New keyword. Which one? Let me see. What's something easy? Check W.
So predictable.
Yes, sir. Get it in. Rips in the chat for my man Keck Dub, so we'll pay him homage by spamming his emote like a 12-year-old. There it is. What up, Day Pass?
Did you get your Better TV emotes working again on your new computer?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Franker Face TVs, the Better Twitch TV. I got both of those working, so hell yeah. God, I just feel greedy. I just want to do all the nice things and good ones, like right now. I want to.
I know. We talk about this.
I have no self-control. I'm looking at. I just see Romero's face, and then like Affleck's face, and then I don't see anything else. I don't.
JL's got good quizzes too.
Yeah, but is it solver practice though?
No.
Okay, well, solver practice.
Solver practice for Jay Saliba, but not for us.
Oh, there's a king queen of diamonds I missed back here. 1740.
1740.
Yeah, we gotta fill in the gap. You know, I'm just doing work trying to fill in these gaps.
All right.
King queen of diamonds. You better start thinking about what percentage of hands you're playing versus something you already know. The Keck Dubs are in the chat. Get those going.
You having King Queen of Diamonds in these quizzes is almost irrelevant because it's not going to have anything to do with your hand. It's going to be about what should the opponent do, you know.
And what should you be doing with your range? The hand doesn't mean a damn thing. It's going to be a spot-specific question where you're going to need to understand your frequency and ranges. And that's the way the top players thinking about the game. That's the way the best in the world are thinking about the game. They're not thinking about their damn hand. You know, they're thinking about their range, their opponent's range, and trying to get the most out of it. All right. What? Yeah. All right, we're good. Did you roll it?
Yes, I'm doing that now. Kosin coming in. What up?
Kosin versus Pucks. I'm sure these guys have faced off on the global streets many a time.
Global reg on global reg violence.
These guys have definitely battled on the streets. I'm 100% sure of it. All right, good luck, guys. Solver practice time. You know what time it is. Let's do it.
All right.
UTG 7 opens. What percentage of hands should we be playing here in the hijack?
See? King Queen, irrelevant.
Yep. What percentage of hands should we be playing here in the hijack? 60. V-pipping, calling, 3-bet.
First thing that stands out is look how low all of these fucking numbers are.
Yep.
Which means all you are playing too much.
Just imagine if this was 1-2 cash and you went and asked this to a 1-2 cash play. 30% of hands.
65% of hands.
Well, we got all these suited jacks that I like and kings and queens, so we got to play all those. 15.
This is calls, raises, both combined. 12% for Cousin.
15 for Pucks. 15 for LaRock. 15s across the board.
We got lots of 12s, 9 for Tina, and lots of 12s. 9 for Sakali, lots and lots and lots of 12s.
You know, it'd be an interesting poker show. I just thought of. What if you went to like random cash game rooms and start asking like just basic percentage and basic poker questions to like random 1-2 cash players?
Yeah.
And see what their responses are, like they do on the street.
I assume you ever seen how they do the radio show goes to like, well, they do it here in Vegas. They go to like Fremont and they ask drunk people random like easy questions. How do you spell cat? And they fuck like that's exactly what it would be. Like it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, you go to a cash game room and then just start like, you know, giving people a little shine. I think it'd be funny as fuck. All right, cool. 15%. People are getting it in here at 60 plus 1 in the hijack.
Through the windows is 45%.
Woo. 45%.
Mm-hmm. Going off the charts.
It's a big number. So what are we doing? What are you doing?
Me? I don't know. It's something like between 12 and 15% for sure.
It's like a lot, man. Don't we get to play like fucking 4s plus suited? We're not just folding ace 4, 5, 6, 7 suited. We're not just folding like ace 10 off. We're not just folding king queen off, queen. So maybe 15%. 15. Fuck it. Let's play some poker.
Yeah, except here's the problem: you are folding ace 10 off here.
I mean, well, ace jack.
I'm not folding any pairs. And then like some of the shittier suited aces you're folding, right? Ace 2, ace 3, ace 6.
But we're not folding. Oh, ace 6. Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
So what is it? I mean, it's still hard to visualize. I could say it. It's still hard to visualize.
Yeah, it's hard to put a number on it. It's hard for us too.
Yeah, so let's say 15. I would say 15. Fuck it. I'm not sure. Maybe like you said,
It might be 12.
15.
Yeah.
9 and 6 are just dumb tight.
Yeah. Go someone 12.
All right, go.
We're
Hey,
playing
eight-
about
8 points
15%
tell?
hands here,
Yep.
raising
15%.
5%. Calls
Ace
10
off in there,
Our
see?
raises will be queens plus, ace king
good.
plus for value. And then our bluffs will be offsuit high card hands, ace king, king.
GTO Wizards
ace
folding
jack,
ace 10 a lot
ace
more.
10 off, as well as some ace x suited, some king x suited. Our flats are going to be more playable hands, deuces through jacks, suited Broadway, and then some ace king, ace queen, king queen, ace jack off. So we have a pretty condensed range here. Make sure you're calling all of your smaller pocket pairs. We call with, it's a pure call with king queen suited. Under the gun has queen jack of clubs here. He goes 2/3. How often do we raise here with our range versus this specific c-bet sizing?
With our range, like these questions, I don't even think about this shit. I like it.
I mean, you think about it instinctively. You just don't ever ask yourself the question.
You don't ask yourself the question. That's good.
It's like you said, like we can see the range in our head when we ask them, but we don't know the number because we don't ask this specific question, which is what makes it fun, right?
Yep. This is a percentage game. It's tough for sure. Yeah, for sure. It makes you think about the game different. And I think these kind of quizzes are very good exercises for you guys to do who don't have access to solvers or use this every day, to start being able to visualize the game and the ranges at play rather than just the hand you have in the one specific or handful of specific hands you think your opponent has.
Yep.
Small.
This one. So, what percentage should we be raising this board versus a big bet size on the flop? 0 to 3, 3 to 10.
Stu is at 3 to 10.
Miss Click says 0 to 3. Doris says 3 to 10. Contrast says 3 to 10 with the question mark.
I know what to do. I mean,
3 to 10 starting to take over. Kosin says 3 to 10.
Puck says 3 to 10. So Puck's is in there with 3 to 10%. Where you at?
We have a battle in the Kosin household. Kosin said 3 to 10, but Felici Suerte said 0 to 3. Controversy.
All right. Well, Kosin's at 3 to 10 as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. B Money's at 0 to 3. I know. Do you want to go first?
I'm not sure if it's like 5 or 3, but it's basically fucking never.
I'm 0 to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am 0.
I definitely don't think it's 10%, but it might be like 5%, not 3%. It's like something like that.
I think it's 0 to 3% of the time. I don't think you fucking get to really raise here like much of ever
Never.
versus the big bet
Nah.
in position, because you would think even if we had overpair some of the strongest hands, his range still contains the overpair. We might be mixing frequencies with overbets. We don't want to over condense our range with something like tens and things like that, because he still retains overpairs and very strong hands. maybe we just fast play some of the bottom set and some stuff like that. You know, but at the same time,
And
I don't
also-
think we ever raised. Like literally, I can't imagine.
No, especially against, like, it's a common thing too against the big bet size, right? When we see the big bet size, you just have fewer and fewer raises the bigger the bets get. You know.
Well, yeah, and their range is still going to be strong and uncapped, and they're fucking using a gigantic size. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking weird spot. Let's go. Sorry, we're going 3 to 10. That's what Pucks is doing. Maybe this is the thing, and we have. I'm trying to picture 10% of fucking hands I want to raise here with versus
Yeah,
big
no.
sizing. I can't.
I think it's 5 at most, so I'm going 0 through myself too. But 3 to 10 for Kosin. Let's find out.
So versus a large sizing, we're going to be raising this flop almost never, 0 to 3% of the
Yeah,
time.
you can't do it.
The
I can't
reason
even
being
picture
is
it.
we have a lot of high card hands that just want to call ace high, king high, queen jack backdoor flush draw, queen 10 backdoor
Sort of
flush draw, 10 jack backdoor flush draw at some frequency. All want to continue here. We also don't have a ton of value hands. Remember, we're going to be 3-betting queens plus and half of jacks plus pre-flop for value. So if we raise, we would pretty much only be doing so with
That's-
5s and 6s. We don't even have deuces half the time. So we don't have a value range that wants to raise this flop barrel. And then also we have a very vulnerable calling range. For those reasons, we're going to be wanting to call with all of our pocket 7s, pockets 8s, pocket 9s, etc. So almost never raising on this flop.
Mhm.
King, queen, peels, 10 of spades on the turn. It checks to us. What sizing should we be using here when we bet our king, queen of diamonds?
Not if you bet your king, queen of diamonds. You hear that, Nick? When you bet your king, queen of diamonds. What side you're using? Not if. How much?
What sizing is good to bet here with king, queen, diamond?
Nice on the fly combinatorics. B money out there with the 5 head. Don't worry, Stu. B money's just pregame James.
Well, it says 33% of the is the size here. It's not of time, right? What's a good bet here? What size pot? What size of the pot, Kosin? I just want to make sure you're clear.
LaRock's at 66%.
He went bet check, right?
Correct. There is not a check option, Ned. We have to bet something with king high here. What is it going to be?
66% for Kosin. 67% for Misclick. 33% for the meatball.
Meatball. I gotta say it once.
It's one of your favorite screen names.
I have to say it every once a Saturday. Get it on my system.
For me, it's Hollywood.
Hollywood. That's one of my favorites as well. That's what I did. I have to say it. Just
That
like
one
that.
and that one and Chow Please.
Chaweezy. I'll say 6-6 because I think we have very few small bets here for B Money says, and then Puck says 60 cents as well. GSD says 33. We will get the job done.
66
Alrighty.
for Kosin, 66 for Cali, 66 for Felicia Suerte. Definitely not 80. So tempted to shove, says PJ. That's not an option here, I don't think, to just jam. It's like just under 3x pot. Small bets for Thaler in contrast.
Oh man, this is interesting. So yeah, Pucks is going 66.
66 for Kosin as well.
Oh man, I wonder if we go fucking 80 plus, dude, ever. I'm trying to think. When we call probably, I mean, in game I just always go 66. 33 just feels like it accomplishes nothing. If you think like some of these ace highs are just gonna fold for 33, like ace king, ace queen, ace jack are just folding for 33%, I don't think so.
Never.
I don't think you're getting folds from 7, 8s, 9s. If they have those in their range for 33%, either you're just going to get floated and I guess if you're going to double barrel, gigantic, fine. But we started to send 60 bigs effective, so it has to be at least 66. I'm wondering if we're trying to set up an SPR to fucking go 80% and then rip the river. And that's on my mind as well. So 66 is what we're going. Somewhere up here seems
Me
good.
too. I think in game I'd probably end up going 66 here a lot, and then
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you mean, B Money. I know if we go 80, it really can over condenses their range, and we don't necessarily. We want to keep in hands like 7s, 8s, hands we can just make fold. We don't mind if he floats one more with like Ace King because we're just probably gonna bomb it. So
Yep.
I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Let's go 66 though.
Right.
You ready?
So our value range that's going to want to bet this turn will be 7s through 9s at some frequency and 10x that floated the flop. Also some combos of sets, but we hardly have any. So for this type of hand class versus under the guns bet pattern so far and sizing, I think 33 to 66% pot is appropriate. So we want to use that sizing with our bluffs as well. Here we bet 1/3 and under the gun just folds.
Hey, 60 crushed it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize like we could use 33 much there, but he said that was
We're targeting air. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still probably just get some of the same kind of range to fold, and he probably might mix that 33 with the underpairs that actually show down sometime. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably good, man. I like that. That was a very good quiz. Once again, Romero showing up, helping us all get a little bit better. We got a 28.
26 for Kosin. Did really good, though, Kosin. 10-8-8. That's really good, man, on a tough quiz. Should be proud of that.
Good shit. Good shit, Pucks. Well done, my friend. Ace-X is the give up. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because maybe he just goes large with like Ace-9 or some of those kind of combos with backdoor flush draws and then just gives the fuck up. Makes sense. Pay it forward. Will do, my friend. Well done. It might be easier to gift this up because my ACR funds are dust. Cool. Now we'll pick somebody else. I think we had time for like maybe one, two more, maybe.
One more. Yeah.
Yep. You want to pick a keyword? You know I'm gonna pick something predictable.
Hollywood's in my chat. He said, we're out here working on the flip house, and everyone heard Toe say, Hollywood, and they're all asking how I know him. He's at work listening and has me on the big screen.
Hey, my dude. All right.
New keyword.
Oh, you already got a sub. Can I get you another month? New keyword. Yep, go ahead.
New keyword. Hollywood.
Hollywood is the key word.
That's the city I was born. I'm OG Hollywood. All right, pick a quiz.
Here it is. Go to quizzes. There's that. We'll go here.
No S on the end, Sir Callie.
I guess if we're going to do one more, we should probably do a JL.
That period is messing you up too, Meatball.
Online $150 tournament, 1757 pocket queens.
1750. Oh.
And you know what I'm doing, Toe? I'm making this as impossible on you as possible. So if I ever miss a week, there's just going to be random gaps and shit all over the place.
Yeah, you fucked me. It's over. It's over.
My bad. My bad. I'm just like spazzing out. Ooh, this hand looks fun to play. Let's do this.
I'm going to do all these quizzes and people are just going to be acing them because they've all seen them before.
Oh, shit. All right, cool. We're going to do 1757. Make sure you guys are getting in there.
That's cool, Hollywood. If you want to post a pic in my Discord, go ahead, man. Here. It's a link to my Discord.
We have so many prior winners. There's like 2 people eligible.
Get in the game, son.
Go here. me see this. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Got that. All right, sweet. Is that blocking it? No. All right, I'm ready. I'll get
Ready. Let's run it.
GSD.
Doris in the house. Good luck, Doris.
1757.
Ready to do it?
Yes, sir.
Let's play it.
Pocket queens. We raise it up to minimum. Big blind calls. Flop comes ace 6 2. Opponent checks. Should we check, bet 600, bet 1,200, or bet 1,600?
Queens, bet, call, ace high board. Oh shit, what do we do?
What now? Ace high board. BB call. C bet. No. What size?
600. 600. Doris going 1,600. Pot.
666. $16 6 4 la la. We raised, they flat. They raised, we flat. No, we open, and they're in the big blind. Size up to 1.2, I think. No, we open, queen flat. Oh yeah. Still 600. Cool. He has two lovely for us. Nice. All right, cool. So
16, 16. There's a couple 1,600, a bunch of 600s, a few 1,200s in the chat. Yeah, I mean, just C bet small, right? Standard.
Is it?
Yeah, I think you can mix C bet small. I guess you can mix check too. Doesn't need a ton of protection when you have a club.
Well, if you look at this, like, yeah, we don't need it. Are we getting 3 streets of value? I think he still does
this
not
gotta
all in. He's still just not 3-bet all in. Some ace-x, we don't get 3 streets of value. We have a queen of clubs. We probably get 2 streets. We have a good bluff catcher. I think a solver might mix kings and queens as a check at some frequency. But at the same time, like, I don't think you can go wrong with betting 6.
Yeah.
But when it goes check call or check raise, the hand is pretty much just going to get the showdown. We're not going to be betting twice. Yeah, it's interesting between check. I would kind of want to run this because I think we might be checking kings and queens at some frequency and then betting all the air and ace-x.
It's literally C-bet range.
C-bet range here as well?
There's
with the queen is clubs?
0.6% check with range.
He's just dead because he has none of the top of his range and we can just fuck. All right, 600. Let's do it.
But Doris said 16.
Oops.
I think we have 2 options, and that is to either check it back or bet small, like 600. I don't think it really matters all that much what you do. I typically just bet small in this spot, but given the board is pretty uncoordinated, I definitely don't mind just checking it back and trying to not fold. The downside of betting is that sometimes we're going to get check raise, and that's really bad. So as your opponent is more and more inclined to check raise, you should be more inclined to check it behind. But I think most people just don't check raise all that often on ace high boards, and when they do, it's usually just with an ace. So for that reason, I typically just continuation bet frequently and small. You don't want to go big, because when you go big, you're going to make it more difficult to get called by a 6 or a 2 or a gut shot, and obviously you don't really care if your opponent's going to stick around with 5 outs or 4 outs. So I like 600 in this scenario. Opponent does call. Turns a 5 of clubs, and now they lead into us small. 660 into the 2,830 pot. Should we fold, call, raise to 1,500, or raise to 2,200?
God, it's such a weird thing to do.
It does change.
You see it all the time, but it's a weird thing to do.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you've seen it live a couple times. You know damn well.
I see it every day. I see it every day. It's
Especially
terrible.
live poker, this shit is happening to you. For
Doris, the reason why we didn't want to bet pot too is because JL kind of touched on it. When we bet pot, now we force them to only continue with an ace, right? And now we make them only call with better, which is never good. If we bet small, we can keep them wider, which is always good.
Does the solver show any donks here? The solver may not, but the humans do. I mean,
If there's a small amount of donks here, by the way.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think we're just c-betting range, and they call with the more condensed range, and they have a lot of hands that just get.
You know what's
there,
almost
as well.
a full frequency donk lead here? Is set of deuces.
Makes sense.
70% leading. That's the biggest one. Set of sixes also. Even more leading. Set of sixes. 97% leading. Those are the two big ones. And then a bunch of speckles across the board.
All right.
Everybody calling in my chat.
Call here as well. I'm only calling.
Yep. Doris calling as well.
Only calling.
We
Yep,
can't do that.
call.
We're way ahead or way behind.
Yep.
Yep.
Snap call.
I think the only option in this spot is to call. We are getting amazing odds with what is either the best hand or a pretty strong draw. Yes, we could just be against a random king 3 of clubs, but I think what we're going to see most of the time in this spot is an ace, which we're getting good enough odds to draw against. And if it is an ace, it's probably not ace with king of clubs, right? Or we're going to be against some sort of a draw / junky made hand combo draw, like maybe 7 of clubs 6 or 7 of clubs 4 or something like that. Not 7-4, like 6-4, something like that. So obviously we can't fold against that. The question is, should we raise? And I think we should not. The problem with raising is that I don't think we're getting all that many better hands to fold. I mean, we may get a hand like ace 7 of diamonds to fold if we raise, but I do think we will randomly run into hands like 2 pairs or sets or flushes. So I don't think we want to raise, especially if we're ever going to get re-raise. And some players will make this small lead with the idea that they're going to try to induce a raise and then jam it all in, which would of course be terrible. So whenever I'm given a spot like this where I'm getting really good odds with a hand that is drawing very live, or could just easily win when it checks down, I'm pretty much always going to call. If there's a king of clubs, that's good. We have second nuts, opponent checks. Should we bet 1,200, bet 3,300, bet 6,600?
Will the
go all in?
greed set in? What do you guys want to do here? All in, 6, 3, 12 in position. The second nut, somebody points out immediately, recognizing there's 3, 4 of clubs there.
Meh.
They just have to be the pessimistic.
Whatever.
33s in the chat. B Money, LaRock, both going 33.
How much does solver raise versus the donk?
What did we target for a call? What do you mean? Think about it. I mean, it might be this, like...
This is the raise strat versus the donk. Not a lot of it.
GSD with the 66.
Raising sets. A little bit of this
It's
stuff.
Then.
Which is all flushes. This is all flushes over here, guys. 33. Jam for Cap. 33 for Doris. Jam for Callie. 66 for Meatball Misclick. In through the window going 33. Contrast jamming.
All right. Sorry.
Cap says jamming the river, but to be clear, he's not paying that much attention.
Oh, is that the nuts? All in.
1,200 pray for a raise is PJ.
GSD getting greedy with the 6.6. I'd actually like 50% pot here. B Money says, wait a minute, who was doing this? It was you, GSD, right?
Yeah, I think it was just
Yeah.
Steve.
All right, sorry. I got distracted. Shit. A man after my. Wait, did you guys go already?
Yeah. Doris going 33.
I love the greed. Fucking 66.
So the thing about this is we can take 1,200 out easy, right? We don't have small bets in position usually. So that's an easy take it off the list. For me, I'm really mixed between 33 and 66. Don't want to jam because we have the queen. Like, what do we get called by? We can't. We're targeting just the jack. If we go 33 or 66, we get called by more than the jack, which is good.
The way I
66
see it,
is over pot. I think I'm going 33.
66 for me. I think JL might go 33 with if he looks at it, because I think we're going to show up here with a pretty polar strategy, and he needs to fucking call with the club. We are targeting clubs. He's going to call with damn near any club, and we're going to be polar. And if I have a bluff here, I'm going gigantic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going 66 with the bluff. So since we're betting here with a polar strategy,
I don't know. We might overbet here. I'm not saying we don't, but I don't know that we do it as much when the flush is all out there. But cool, let's find out.
But with the nuts though, so that's why I want to like the 10 of clubs is never folding.
Whatever, Spazzy McGee.
I know I am. You're right. All right, 66. Let's do
All
it.
right,
Please.
33 for us.
It's
Close.
just a question
Super
of
close.
What does the opponent's range look like? And what type of
Super
hands will
close.
call which bet size? And I think in this spot, the opponent's usually going to have an ace, often without a club. It's not going to call any bet. Or if it does call a bet, it's going to be a tiny bet. Or the opponent's going to have some sort of flush. Maybe not necessarily a good flush. Maybe a hand like the 7 of clubs or the 4 of clubs. Maybe random 10 of clubs, something like that. And the question becomes, how much will a club call? And I think a club will probably call a pretty decent amount. But given the clubs the opponent's likely to have, it's probably not going to be a whole lot of jack of clubs or a 10 of clubs. So I don't think we should go all in this spot unless you think your opponent's particularly call happy. Just because when you go all in, I do think hands like the 4 of clubs will start folding. Whereas if you bet something like 6,600 or 3,300, you're going to get called by those. Now, the thing is you need a bet of 6,600 to get called half as often as a 3,300 bet to be equally profitable. And if it gets called more than half as often as a 3,300 bet, then it's going to become very, very profitable. And I have to imagine in this spot, given the opponent's range is going to be mostly marginal flushes, unless you know they're going to be particularly terrified of an overbet, this is a spot where I think we should probably go 6,600, because I have to imagine a 10 of clubs is going to call 6,600 every time, just like it's going to call 3,300 every time. And I think an 8 of clubs or a 7 of clubs or 6 of clubs is probably going to call a 6,600 bet as well. Now, if you start to tell me that you think an 8 of clubs is going to fold to any big but not all-in bet, like 6,600, then perhaps a smaller bet does become ideal.
Yep.
But I think against most people, they're just not going to fold a flush, especially in a spot where my hand looks a whole lot like an ace, right? So if my hand looks a whole lot like an ace, they may think I'm just trying to run a bluff. Or if my hand looks a whole lot like maybe not a flush, then maybe they're going to decide to find a call. I do realize that I should have a lot of flushes in my range, but a lot of your opponents will not realize that. Anyway, this is a spot where I definitely don't like a tiny bet unless you're really sure your opponent has an ace and they're just always going to fold any bigger bet. But even then, even if you bet like 1,200, a lot of weak players fold an ace. So either 3,300 or 6,600. And when I'm presented with two options like this, usually I just go for the bigger one, because I don't think that a 3,300 bet gets called twice as often as a 6,600 bet. It's hard to get called twice as often. We do go 6,600. Opponent instantly folded. Who knows what they had? They probably had, I don't even know, like 7-6 of hearts or something. And we move on to the next hand.
We swished that bitch. Well done.
Well done.
GSD,
Well done. Well done, GSD.
My dude. It's been a handful at the table. I know he's been working on his game. He's passionate. Well done, friend. You love to see it. But yeah, important metric there. We need to be getting called twice as much. And we can just, like, this bet's just going to print. You know, I think people are going to call you fucking, especially in anything low stakes. Guys, you got to go big here. Like, don't be scared you're going to fold out stuff, because they hate folding flushes. You know, so. Cool. I think that's gonna do it, my dude. I think I've seen enough for today. Guys, thank you for the support. Remember, exclamation point, PC in my chat, PC in Toe's chat. You get access to 20, 25 of these kind of quizzes for free. And you also get charts and stuff like that. You know, we got all these charts you can just download and get access to. You can join the Discord. Guys, Friday, the 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Justin Saliba doing the Ask Me Anything. So remember, you can register for the event there. Maybe I add a registration link sometime between now and then. But here it is in the Discord. So I want you guys to check that out. And make sure to give Toe a follow, man. He's back from a lot of traveling. So make sure to give my man some love. Give him a follow. And yeah, I don't know. Did I miss anything?
No, you did. Good job. Get in the Discord if you've never been in, or you go in there, or you're in there but you never show up. Don't miss Jay Saliba and JL. Like, these are the guys. Like, don't want to miss this. Those guys are fantastic. Get in there. Don't miss out on awesome free chance to get one-on-one with some amazing people. You're foolish if you pass up all that. Bras or Tony Wizard for Tony Warriors rather for the host.
I'm through the window. Thank you for that follow. We can drop it off to Bras, and I got you, B Money. I got you. On that as well. Let's drop it off to Tony Wizard. Is it just spelled Tony Wizard? I don't have.
Tony Warriors.
Tony Warriors, and it has like a funky letter in there, right? Like
the A is a 4. The S is a Z. He's all ghetto fab.
Yeah, no. All right, yeah, we can drop it off to my man there. No problem.
Tony Warriors.
Yeah, I got to find his name. I haven't. Yeah, we can do that. We'll drop it off.
Cool.
Drop it in my chat.
Drop it like it's hot. There you go.
Please. Oh, you drop it here. All right.
Cool. Guys, don't forget, Discord 2 Thursdays, 6 and I do a more in-depth study group there for free. There's 3 other study groups a week there led by Luis Felipe, who's great. Those guys are crushing. One of them just hit for like 100 some odd K, and then some before that was like 25K. They're fucking crushing it over there. So check that out. All free and available to you. We're going to throw the host over to Tony.
Yeah, and we got
as soon as Sixes stops fucking off.
I am ready. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can do that. All right, guys.
Peace.
Peace. Watch me spell it wrong. Fuck, I did. God damn my life. All right, I'm kicking it. Peace out.